hello, hello. Pet the one. Alright, well, yeah, Star Ocean 4, not Dark Souls. So, I don't know. Something about when the last, I don't know, month, 2 months of Wednesdays has been a disaster. So I'm moving Dark Souls to Fridays. I think I have a very busy Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning I go grocery shopping, and do some other stuff. So like, I think I'm just blasted by Wednesday afternoon lately. And so, I'm swapping this to Wednesdays and Dark Souls will be on Fridays. I also haven't done my humanity grinding yet, so I really would like to do that. When's this leaving? 17th of September. There we go. Included with the Classics catalog in your PlayStation Plus premium subscription. Offer ends 9/17/2024. So, yeah, like 3 weeks-ish? 4 weeks? 4 weeks. 3? Shit, I can't count. 3.5? Somewhere between 3 and 3.5 weeks, so. And then we just announce and then we'll get going. And I'll show you what I did off stream. Yes, the offer is so exciting. The offer of more Star Ocean 4. Oh yeah. So like they're gonna remaster a bunch of Tales, but the first one they announced is Tales of Grace's F. Are we even gonna buy it? I mean, we may not even buy it. I'm not obligated to, I think. We'll see. I'm sort of fingers crossed that, like, a Xillia 1 will come out after, because Xillia 1 is so good. Xillia 2 can stay in the dumpster, though. Almost done. Well enough, if you saw our streams our original streams of Star Ocean 4 from a while ago now, not the second time I played it earlier this year. I did give, at this point in the game, because I was playing New Game Plus, I did make some ultimate weapons, I think for Raimi. It sounds correct. I have made 2 for Denny, and one of them is quite different. Where on earth am I? There we go. I was looking for my guides for this game. It's like, where are my maps? Here are my maps? So yeah, I do have an ultimate weapon now for Denny. Let's jump in and have a look at it. So like basically everyone else, I guess except mages, would be getting attack weapons, which is easy enough. You just, as I showed on stream with the other weapon, you just put a bunch of Ashley jewels in it, and you get a lot of attack. But I've decided that I have made... So the Mistral Rapier from the arena Has attack plus 7% on it. It has about 500 attack and int base, but it has 12 synth slots. Which means its potential for power is a lot greater than the Elastic Rapier I was using. The Elastic Rapier was very helpful in beating the arena to get the Mithril Rapiers, but then I made these. This is my attack one. It has attack plus 18%, crit chance, and stun. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make an int one. So I have an int plus 18, 18, and 18%. So I guess 54% if I can maths correctly. And I've got my Arch Spellmaster, which doubles my int, but halves my MP and minus 70% of my defense. But it does mean that Denny now has 4,000 int. The maximum int in this game is 9,999. So that's pretty good for a level like 48. No, yeah, 48, 49. Denny to be wielding. So yeah, I'm gonna turn him into a spellcaster. Frankly, it's kind of better. His rapier is fine, but I think the fact that I'm going solo, it kind of sucks stabbing things a lot, to be honest. A lot of stabbery. So, I beat 19. Made my sword, I think we're on broke. Sounds correct. Yeah. Alright, so we got some side questing to do on Rogue. I at least think it opens up without having to go to Eos. Shit, I could be wrong. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go to Eos. Yeah, he will crush all enemies beneath poop rocks. Actually, let me just fight this bug here and we'll see how much more powerful Denny is with ice needles. Everyone else, go off. When I've been doing the arena, I've been turning everyone else back on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's damage. That used to be doing about 400. I love going from 400 to 2400. Alright. Denny is now more powerful. Alright, so we'll go to Eos. We'll be getting private actions on the way to Eos. And we will then get a cutscene on Eos, and then we will leave. And I think that will trigger some more side quest stuff on Rogue. Alright, this was one thing. Okay, well, there's one thing I have to check before I do this. I don't think I'll be able to do this. My guess is I will not be able to do this, but I will try. Not that way around. Okay, yes, no, I cannot put Limmel and Denny together. I may or may not. I don't think I've ever been able to do it here. The private action guide is always like, do it here if you can, and I don't think I ever have been able to. But I think as long as you can get it, like when you land on Eos, you'll get a chance to see. There's one private action I want to see because it's the thing that sets up this stupid thing in the ending. Apparently. According to the devs, I could be wrong. I don't think my thievery should have affected, Denny and Limmel's affection with each other. I do... Wait, where's Sarah? I've realized I don't think I've pickpocketed... Yes, I have not stolen from Sarah yet. What do you have in your pocket, Sarah? Some Bractiate. Ah, that's actually a pretty decent synthesis material at this point. That's not the worst. I'm I'm surprised at how few private actions have choices. So, like, the thing about this playthrough is I'm choosing the wrong choices in private actions, right? For funsies. I forgot how few there are. We had, like, a couple with Raimi at the start, and then really haven't had very many since. Right, I nearly tipped over a table. We're good. Get that damn cat. I think we don't question there's a cat on board. How'd a cat get on board our ship? We got on the stowaway? I mean, you left the door open. Sarah got on. I guess Sarah brought her pet cat. That's what happened. $3 billion. I ain't seen no ghost. You're right. Come on, guys. It's just very dumb, is what I'm saying. Oh yeah. So I did rename Bean to Suit. I did do it. Finally, I did do it, and also in the name of bees. Miriam might now be boobily. She does breast boobily everywhere, so I feel like it's appropriate. Alright, now we have a choice. There's the girl, which I think I normally do. I guess I'll go talk to Bacchus. In a different room now, Annie. Where to put him? I'm sure we get scenes, yeah. Cat girl trying to eat the bird girl. So I don't know, I can't remember if I showed off all private actions that I could on the original streams. I feel like maybe I did, but you pretty much always choose the other one here because it gets you points with Muria, who's much harder to get points with than Bacchus because she comes so late in the game. But fuck it, I don't give a shit. Even Eldar is still in the early days of space exploration. Whereas us Morphus, we've seen everything, we don't give a fuck anymore. Also, we disappear from the Star Ocean franchise after this, don't worry about it. We're old as shit. I mean, that's kinda what life is like on Earth, too, you know? I mean, not Edge's Earth, but our Earth. But space is really fucking big. You mapped the whole thing. I don't know, man. You've met some alien races you never interacted with before on this ship. I'm sure that's fun. I guess when you become space cops, everything becomes boring. I actually genuinely don't know if I've ever seen this private action before. It doesn't feel familiar, so I feel like maybe I haven't. No, dummy, it's a metaphor. Bacchus is like, I understand. Beans doesn't understand what a metaphor is. It's fine. He's a dum-dum, it's fine. You know, it's okay. Well, I'll just, I know what I mean. It's very funny how often he talks about being a robot man without feelings despite demonstrably having feelings. Alright, then we got... Yeah, so the miracle ones are really annoying. You apparently can see them later, but I know that, like... I know I did show these off, because I know I have real trouble finding them later. Even though it says you can, it's, like, wrong. But this is required for phases endings. We might as well. Look at Bacchus. What are you doing, pal? Damn, like, typing his keyboard over here while looking at that screen, that's ballsy. I know, like, touch typing, I mean, I can mostly type without looking at the keyboard, but occasionally I make a heckin' mistake, you know? Is it comfortable doing it like that? Well, he's going off duty. Alright, let's talk to, a tiny depressed child. Oh, Beans, yes? What's up? No, you shouldn't care. Don't care at all. Please don't. It really is, like... Everyone in this crew is incredibly emotionally dense. Not a single one other than Limmel, the fucking 8-year-old who doesn't really feel emotions, has noticed that Denny is, like... Yeah, like... Not right. His eyes glowed red, Beans. His eyes glowed red and he's depressed. Bunny. Not like I like him or anything, Baka. Oh my god, could you guys, like, please be a little more aware of your party members? No, his eyes glowed red, Beans. Yes, there is. You're acting weird. Everyone else is completely ignoring it. So this is the one where we could get private action if we had them rooming together. But alas... Oh! That private action, okay, that... So, yeah, funnily enough, that private action has a +1 for phase maybe on it, but I guess, yeah, it can confirm it did actually give them enough, to room together. This is the one where I can choose between, Raimi, beating up, Raimi beating Edge in chess, which is always funny. I've definitely showed that one off, because I believe last time I could not room them together. So definitely in my old playthrough we have, Raimi beating Edge at chess at some point. Yeah, there they are. And it's basically like, Edge is the champion of the universe because he beat Bacchus, who was the previous champion of the universe. But Raimi can beat Edge because Raimi just knows Edge so well she can beat him at anything. But it's like, nah, I couldn't beat anyone else. Literally just this idiot boy. But what we can get is... So, yeah. So here, All Beans is in here. I'm doing it, and then I'm very, very sus. I mean, I can stop you. I literally, I'm piloting the ship. So yeah, apparently, like, these set of scenes, these ones that are required for the hidden endings, like, this stuff is showing she's actually practicing the teleportation symbol on him. The one that she uses to save him in the ending. So apparently throughout the Source of the Age, like, it's basically supposed to be her learning how to teleport him so that she can save him in the ending, and that's what this prank is supposed to be. Like, her trying to teleport him. I was kind of like, I was gonna see it either way as long as I could pair them together, but I was just like, I don't remember there being anything like that in any of these private actions. So, like... Yeah, no, it really isn't. I was like, did I miss something? Am I not remembering it? I've seen it so many times that I just blank it out, and it's like, no, it's just bad. Yeah, so this, oh yeah, this is the one where either we talk to Miracle here and get a little bit of a boost for her, or we sleep in our room and Beans here cops a feel of Catgirl titty. Oh, fuck, very unfortunately. Very unfortunately, this Edge Maverick, as we've had him in private actions before, does seem like the type, so... Yeah, I mean, she does... There's also that thing where she's been like, oh, it's like, oh, don't draw on the floor, Limmel, a thing she's done, like, once so far in the game. And then that's her, like, drawing protection spells that protects us later. There's so much stuff for Limmel where she's apparently, like, she's literally the most powerful character in this game. She casts those protection sigils that protect us from the attacks from the Nox Obscurus. She teleports Denny away from certain death at the very end of the game, apparently. Summons a hell dog. Yeah, no, right. Yeah. A big yawn, down it goes. Why right there? Why there? And then why would you do that? I don't know, Beans, you did cop a feel, buddy. Yeah, they extremely... She is absolutely a Deus Ex Machina. It's like, how did he get out? She learned the teleportation spell she saw that Nomad Girl do once. I'm finally gonna get a choice one. Been a long time since I got a choice. This one actually, I guess, probably does sort of have a wrong choice. This one coming up doesn't. This is, I believe this shouldn't, progress time.
Na, まだ怒ってるのか? 副長がその調子だとクルーの士気にも響くんだけどさ.
Well, yeah, no, when I read that, like, they were like, oh yeah, well that's what Limmel was doing. She was, you know, all these... That's why it leads up to the hidden ending? Like... So the reason why you need Limmel and Denny to, like, room together and see all these scenes between the two of them is because you literally have to help her by seeing those, learn how to teleport him out at the ending. I guess if they're not friends enough and you don't see these, she doesn't bother doing that. And you're the one cheating on her with the cat girl, I don't know what to say.
本当に子供なんだから。そういう勝手なところは昔からちっとも変わらない。
悪かったわね、昔から変わらなくて。エッチだって考えなしなのは昔からじゃない。
そうだな。二人とも昔から変わらない。だったら仲直りも昔のままでいいだろ。
エッチ、覚えてたんだ。私たちの仲直りの印。
Yeah, so in the nothing at all private action, which was that one, Edge finds Limmel there in Faze's room while he's sleeping, looking like she's about to pull a prank. Just before this in the story, the Black Dragon Rope shows you the summoning symbology. Limmel learnt the summoning symbology just by watching. She's a genius after all. So in the nothing at all private action, she's practicing the summoning symbology, and after the final battle, when Faze is falling, she uses it to rescue him. Apparently. There is nothing in that, I really was like, am I misremembering there being like her drawing a symbol on the ground or something? When like Edge interrupts her, it's like, no, there's literally nothing in that scene to indicate that she is practicing the summoning symbology she learned just by looking at it because, she's a fucking genius, don't you know? Oh, I not pickpocketed Miria? Well, I had to rectify that. Green barrel, nice. Alright, so this one, it's not as if this can be, like, too wrong. Essentially, we get an option on what we say the girls look like. And, generally speaking, you choose, choosing beautiful or cute is the way to go, because either of those gets points with everyone, just more points with one person. So beautiful gets more with Miracle, cute gets more with Limmel, and you still get a point with Muria. But there is another option we can choose. You gotta learn how to use makeup while you're 6. Oh lord, the implications of that. I don't think I agree with putting makeup on a 6-year-old. I guess she wanted it, but like, it's a little much. It's a little much. I do have to stare a little bit. Alright. So yes, we can go they look cute for Limmel, they look beautiful for Miracle, but still helps everyone. Or, God, this is you. I'm so damn it. I'm sorry, I'm like a 12-year-old. They can't hold a candle to you, boobily. I can't hold a candle to you. Let's flirt. We're flirting with Miria. Let's do it. Really piss off Raimi. Oh? Yeah, I'm making him the worst human being on the planet. Yeah, so we got -2 points with Limmel and Miracle there, but +3 with Boobily. Nobody can beat Boobily, it's true. So I originally named her Boobs, right? Which I think would actually make that line even better. Makeup looks better on boobs. But then I was like, nah, wait, we're always talking about how she breasts boobily everywhere, so it had to be Boobily, and I don't regret my choice. I feel like it worked out pretty good. Oh, sure, oh, okay. They're like, oh, fair enough, she's hot. Yeah, that's fair, that's a hot girl right there. I'm just, Edge Rabbit is just being the worst. Ah, she's playing hide and seek with Bow Wow. Where is he? There's there. Oh yeah, we have this thing where he's like disappeared. Turns out optical camo is a great way to cheat at hide and seek. It's I honestly forgot how few private actions give you choices. I feel like before that one I haven't had a choice in like forever. I think I may have to sleep another cycle. Okay, I'm gonna check the item key. It's gotta be in one of the storage rooms. Wait, where the fuck is... where the fuck is Bacchus? If he's an optical camo, do I not even get, a marker for him? Wait, where is he? Is there a marker I just missed here? No. I'm gonna have to, like, I was looking at the mini-map for a person. I think he's roomed with me. Oh, I should check how much people like me. Raimi, wow, for like, I don't know. Man, that like private action with her gets her like the apology one gets like 5 points back. My pickpocketing has really done a number on, these two are too new, yeah, so wow, yeah, my pickpocketing has severely tanked Raimi's affection for me. Normally it's like incredibly difficult to get those two to not be able to room together. They can do it almost immediately once you've done, if you do like 1 or 2 positive responses. Oh, is he in the men's bathroom? No? I don't remember where Bacchus is. Is he gone? Did they just like... Did they remove him? Normally you can see him even with his camo on. Did I know that he just like fucks off in this part? Man, he's really good at hide and seek. I don't even know where he is. Maybe he jettisoned off the ship. Maybe he was just like, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm gone. And I thought for sure I'd be able to, like, see him? Oh, do I get a, I guess I don't get a Welch. Did I already do the Welch for Sarah? I did already do the Welch for Sarah one. Welch teases her by flying, yeah. Wasn't examined. Oh, this is really key. This is not a fridge. They probably shouldn't keep the food here. I'm just like, have I walked past him in camo without realizing? I would have thought he would have been, like, still a person, because normally he's still got an icon. He's jumped ship. Alright. Well, I think I have to rest, because there's no more private actions. We just have to sleep now. Damn, Bacchus, some damn good hiding. I have a mini-map and I can't find you. There we go. Open my present. Get 55 cash. Yes, he does not play hide and seek, he wins hide and seek. Because this is where I could see the nothing at all one if I hadn't had them with enough affection. Usually I don't. Usually I do need the a little bit extra to get them there. I guess normally that one does do it. The more fighting, I just don't normally put them together again. Oh no, I think there's one on the planet. Right. Yes, there's one I will get here that raises Limmel and Phase's affection quite a bit. I think that's normally the one I need in order for them to be able to room together, to get the one where apparently she's pranking him by trying to teleport him off the ship, I guess. Into the vacuum of space. Nah, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead as shit.
近くにいるはずだ。
やめておきなさい。時間の無駄よ。
ミュリア、無駄ってどういうことさ。
言った通りの意味よ。
君たちには酷なことだとは。
They're all dead.
この周辺に自分たち以外の人型生命体は確認できない。
Yes, you do some silly personal actions where Beans Maverick cops a feel of Catgirl. Catgirl turns out a cat and steals some cookies. You tell the girls they look great with makeup on, and then you land on the planet and everybody's fucking dead. Tonal shift, what's that? Also, that cannot be, like, a comfortable way to, like, fall down in grief. Perfect posture kneeling.
それはないでしょう。お二人もご存知の通り、この基地の建設にはエルダーの技術が用いられています。
It's a strange. Yeah, I told this is Star Ocean 4. No. God. It's so strange. She just like, I know fall to your knees is a thing, but you don't normally fall to your knees like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, with your knees straight up. Normally when you fall to your knees, you're like complete. Your ass is on the ground as well. You know what I mean? Or your arms, or you're not normally in just like you're standing but your knees are bent. And yeah, I can't imagine kneeling in that panel skirt. But like the way she just falls is then like, well, I gotta maintain my perfect posture is like... Oh yeah, and I definitely wouldn't fall on my knees on that grating, yeah. She ain't got knee coverings. Right, Sarah, you just walked off a spaceship. It's not pitch black, it's actually red. They fucked that up. Sarah has no idea where she is. She does know she left Roke though, because there's a scene where you look at Roke from the sky and she's like, wow, that's my planet Roke. Ain't that cool? Yeah, there's also, like no explanation for lifespan. It's another Star Trek-ism. It is just Star Trek. This game copies so much from Star Trek. I feel like the Star Ocean series does, but like, I feel like this game leans on it even harder with I can detect humanoid life forms specifically across a whole planet, apparently. Like, the range in his fucking sensors. Wouldn't he be, like, inoperable if he was hearing that all the time?
謎の破壊集団が現れているの。破壊
Oh yeah, we're finally getting the plot.
正体、行動理由、すべて不明。連中は様々な星に出没しては破壊の限りを尽くす。徹底的に容赦なく。そして真っ黒な不気味な船でやってくるという。どういうことだ？ EN2 でも
So, like, the thing I don't get about the overall story of this is, like, I was thinking about it recently, and I was like, so the Grigori caused false evolution, right? The thing that, yes, he's, like, distracted by Boobly's boobs. She's too boobly. But the Grigori caused evolution. And then the Phantoms are here to basically stop it and kill everything? But that doesn't make any sense. So the missing procedure gets power from rampant evolution, but then wants it to stop?
南の海岸に着陸したようだ。どうする、ミスターエッジ。
Maybe that's the balance? I don't know, it's just like, I was just thinking, because the Gregorian, like, the Phantoms are at odds with each other. The Grigori caused the rampant evolution that fuels the missing procedure, but the missing procedure then wants everything to die and stagnate. But that would stop it getting power. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm realizing, did I charge my ring? Can I get to equip item? No, not equip item, it is use item. No shit. It's fine. It's fine, I have to leave here anyway. It's fine. Alright. Now, I think I get the ability to charge my rings here. Is it stealing the evolution? Not. Doesn't really appear to be. I don't know. It's. I don't understand it. I guess maybe the thing is like... I think maybe the thing about like stopping everything moving forward is like Denny's thing, but then how did... It still doesn't really jive with like the missing procedure's stated goal at all. Like, if you gain power from corrupted evolution, surely you don't want to destroy everything. Then nothing can evolve and you gain no power. So, so the missing procedure created the Grigori to corrupt evolution to gain power, and then from that power, it makes the Phantoms that are now killing everything. So, like, I guess the Phantoms and the Grigori are both creations of the missing procedure, just for different reasons. I think the gets me is that the Phantoms clearly aren't, like, just, like, wiping the slate so that more evolution can happen. They're just killing everybody. There's not really a rhyme or a reason here. That was nice. Getting getting crit ones is gonna be a bit more of a problem with the magic build, but that's okay.
随分と手応えのない相手でしたね。
I'm doing a murder. Sure, if you kill everything, then anything can evolve, I guess. No, there's not really... There's not really a... I guess the missing procedure is... I guess trying to ascribe a motivation to it is actually fruitless, because it's not a person. Like, Denny is its avatar, and he's a person. But the missing procedure itself is basically just a broken bit of computer code. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just malfunctioning so fucking badly that it's like, yeah. But then they give it a face in Denny, you know? I think that's the problem. Is that they don't know how to do it. Oh, you're new? Alright. What are you... Buddy. Pal. Friend. What are you doing? What are you doing walking around with that? What are you doing? We know the item description of that. You trying to seduce the ladies, pal? Tut tut. That's the second person I have stolen Super Aphrodisiac off of on Roke. Apparently it's just a thing. That's a good... I saved some women some problems. Don't think anyone sets up shop in here. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, okay, so, he had emotional trauma. So Denny has emotional trauma from the Nomad tribe and then his entire race getting wiped out. So he sets off on a journey that we don't get to see, to prevent the travesties from occurring. He discovers the missing procedure somehow, and then teams up with it to help it with its plan of destroying the universe. I guess that's the thing. The missing procedure is gathering power from evolution in order to destroy the universe. And itself, I guess, because, like... Yeah, like, you don't have anything else once you've destroyed... There's no more evolution once you've destroyed the universe, but yeah, I guess its motivation is kill everything. But yeah, the fact that they, like, use Denny to give it a face, because ultimately fighting a thing that doesn't have a personality or a motivation or thoughts or feelings isn't that interesting. You can't really have a villain speech without a villain. I think, like, I feel like it could work. I feel like they weren't ballsy enough. Oh, I'm gonna show you something in the arena. Just a second. So I did have to name my team. I did do some team battles to get all the medals for the 2 Mithril Rapiers I made for Denny. So it's the B team. And I felt very proud of myself for for the B team. Yes, Final Fantasy IX does that. Yeah, the concept of death and the life cycle. It totally is something you could do something interesting with. And this game didn't have the courage. I did not have the courage at all. It just decided that was like, what can we do with that? You know, like, oh, it's just some unknowable force that's trying to kill them, and it's not even trying to kill them. Essentially, it's you know, we're anthropomorphizing it by trying to ascribe motivations to it, but it doesn't even do that. Like, it doesn't follow through with that, because then gives you Denny. And beating Denny beats the missing procedure. Because defeating Sentinel defeats Nox Obscurus and the Grigori, and thus puts away back in its box the missing procedure. Alright. Astral, I think I'm going to for a quest. I think I have a few quests. But I think one big one comes up. Yeah, I have to go all the way to Trop at some point. Everything else is just, quest, but we've got one, we got the big dungeon here, like the only side dungeon in the whole game. I mean, I like Till the End of the Time. I respect that they, like, followed through. They wanted to do something interesting and they did it. Ah, I guess it's the other accessory shop. It, like, wrecked the rest of the series, which is hilarious. Never gonna give tasty mushrooms to that guy on Lemurus. He's never getting my tasty mushrooms. So by, like, tying the missing procedure to Denny and his little temper tantrum, you definitely lessen everything. I wonder if Puffy's available now. Ah, yes. So I will lose my board, but I have to lose here. It shouldn't be too difficult. I haven't made myself any armor. Yeah, it's definitely like... Yeah, I guess the Grigori kind of stall. I mean, they are still threats, because you still fight Grigori in all the other planets. Like Eos, we're gonna fight a big Grigori. EN2, of course, has Cocobiel, stupid guy. Absolute asshole. Oh, he's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Oh, no. I've just realized I've signed up for a Denny solo of Cocobiel, who is resistant to, like, all elements. Dick. But Denny is sad, but now he has a sword. A sword that gives him 4,000 int, so, Denny's doing much better, in my opinion. We did some, terrible private actions. Oh yes, I cannot use this. Out of battle. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Alright. Let me go out for a second. Just to make this faster, because, like, losing is actually really difficult. There we go. Yeah, no, that Nomad Girl dying was like the last stream, so you haven't missed anything. Don't you all run in a row, yeah? Alright. Alright, then I drink the danger, do not drink. I'll gain a bunch of health back from my purple pips, but I should be fine. Probably should have unequipped HP up, but... Actually... Yeah, I guess my health just doesn't go down if I unequip it. Yeah. Alright, so what happens if I unequip HP boost? It's true, they'd rather craft a plus 4,000 int sword than go with therapy. I mean, I guess the thing is a plus 2,000 or 1,200 int sword. I just also have this that int doubles his int. He is, I guess that's true. His defenses are actually shit right now. I kind of didn't think of that, but yeah, he is less defensive than Limmel because he's got minus 70% defense. So with that, he should die pretty quick. He probably would die pretty quick at like 18,000 health, but... And it's true, you can always defeat Sad with stronger ice needles. I need to kill a bunch of enemies with other spells, but he hasn't learned them yet, so... Yeah, so Denny is all the way up at rank 31. In order to get the 2 mithril swords, I made a strength one first, and then I was like, well, I was always gonna make an int sword, and I was like, yeah, the mithril is the best base, so I then kept going because it was 1900 medals. This guy is truly pissed though, if I remember rightly, like completely pathetic. So yeah, I got 3,800, and I actually had to get even more. Because it was a good way... Oh, Jesus. Is he really only doing 12 damage? Oh, no. I have, like... I'll help you out, buddy. Thank you for convert. Oh my god. Glad I had that skill. Fuck, lost. And then I was like, yeah. So then I had to get monster jewels, and monster jewels are 200 each. Because they actually said the Mithril Blade has 12 slots, so I synth Ashley Jewels onto the Strength one, and I synth Spellmaster Jewels onto the Int one, which is only 40 Int, but it was the best I could do. At this point in the game. So yeah, so that I made a whole bunch of Monster Jewels. But it needs, like, Alchemist Water, which you can buy, but it also needs Crystals and Mercury, and I get those from Gather Points in Lemurus, so I did a bunch of laps of Lemurus. So I made a bunch, but then I still didn't have enough to fill out both of these swords, so I then did a bunch more fights here, and got a bunch of Monster Jewels. It was actually a decent amount of time, but it will be worth it. Because Denny's going to be... This is his sword for the rest of the game. I did look and check, and he doesn't get another rapier until post-game. Mostly because you're not supposed to have them. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave and come back. We'll get the next one. And there she is. Yoink! Girl! Probably not a good idea to walk around with Mercury in your pocket. I'm just saying, that stuff, not good for you. Probably good for her that I nicked this off of her. Now, it's now in my pocket. Oh, that's funny. I do remember, so a lot of thermometers used to be made with mercury because of its, expanding under heat properties. It was really good for thermometers. But of course, mercury is bad, so they got replaced. But very funnily, some of the thermometers in my old chemistry lab at my university were still mercury because, yeah, budget. So the lab beneath the one that I moved into, actually, so I was on the 3rd floor, originally, and then the fucking biochemist took over our floor, and I never forgave them for that. Kicked us out of our office and lab. We got put in a fucking pop-up building in the yard as our offices, and it was terrible. And they put in the sewers wrong, and the toilets backed up, and they didn't put an awning that they were going to put in to protect us from the rain walking to and from our labs. But anyway, so my lab got taken over. We got moved downstairs, and that lab got moved out somewhere else. When they were cleaning out that lab, which was the materials lab, the thermoelectrics materials lab, the stuff that goes in cars and shit, so I actually know far too much about thermoelectric devices, because I had to listen to a lot of talks about Z, far too many. But when they cleared out everything, they stripped the whole place down. They found a puddle of mercury on the floor behind one of the cabinets, where clearly, like, a thermometer had just rolled down at some point and smashed behind the cabinet. And nobody ever cleaned it up, because how do you get behind these fucking built-in cabinets anyway, right? So yeah, God knows how long that had been there. It's a little puddle of mercury in that lab. And that's my mercury story. You'll find all sorts of funny shit when you clear out a chemical lab. We found in our one, and now we have to beat her up. Should be fine. In our lab, when we cleared it out, we found a big flask, it was like a 1 liter conical flask of an unidentifiable green liquid. No fucking clue what it was. Still don't know what it was. We ran a few tests and we could not figure out what this mystery green liquid at the back of the cupboard was. It was Hulk serum. I had no idea. It didn't really react with anything because I don't know how many years it'd been at the back of that cupboard. So it got disposed of in the big chemical waste, and off it went. But it was like, what the fuck is this? It's not labeled. It was like washing liquid green, if you've seen like Ariel and stuff. But it wasn't washing up, like, it wasn't dish soap, because it did not react with water at all. Absolutely bizarre. And there was also the biology lab at my university. They found some sort of bacteria. Not bacteria. It wasn't E. coli, but it was basically like a super bug. You know how in labs they like make altered viruses and stuff. One of our biolabs just had some really nasty one, and they were like, "Whose is this?" And like nobody knew, because it had come in like years ago and was in the back of the cupboard, and they literally had to get like like a biohazard team out. And the emails that were accidentally replied all to were incredibly funny, which is how I got to find out what was happening, because they weren't supposed to be telling everybody. But it, like, someone replied all instead of, alright, real battle, here we go. And so everybody, every, like, PhD and staff member at the university found out about this. It was like, who did that? You'll just find so much just terrifying shit in the back of science labs that has been there for years. Nobody remembers who bought it and why. It's just there. They had to get the police and everything to, like, escort it out. I'm gonna say before this one, I think this one is actually this one actually is a little scary. I was just like, alright, which one of the biologists did this? I'm not sure what you'd find in the back of a physics lab cupboard, though. But yeah, people will like buy stuff, they'll use it for one experiment, it'll go in the back of the cupboard, and then like be forgotten, and then everyone else who comes in will just put their stuff in front of it. They'll go, I ain't fucking with that, it's not mine. So it just gets shoved in the back of the cupboard. I wonder if my brother has stories, because he went to the same university as me for his undergrad. I stayed there for my PhD, and he went to a different university for his PhD, but I think he might have been there for that. He might have been at the university, because my PhD will have overlapped his undergrad by a year. Oh, well, yeah, we're sorry, with Denny's 5,000 damage, this is actually pretty easy. Bye. So I don't, was that in my first year of my PhD? I'll have to ask Saber on Monday, if he remembers that, virus scare. Because he might have been there at the time. And his wife, also went to that university, and she also did a master's there, so maybe she, at the same time I was doing my PhD. So maybe she was there at the time. I've got to ask her. I gotta ask. I don't remember, because they're biologists, I should say. My brother did biology, and his wife did marine biology. So they were in the biology department, and I was in chemistry, so I just got all of this from, like, angry emails. But he might actually remember the details. And he might also have his own stories of shit they found. Because you'll just, oh god, scientists, never even once. We're not the tidiest of people. Or the most organized. I do find pleasure in beating up on a poor child. How did you know? Science, man. It is funny and horrifying. And people do all... I mean, I've been tear gassed. Accidentally in one of my chem labs. That was incredibly annoying. Her pockets had... oh, God, what did the... I don't remember what... I have already pickpocketed the old lady in the house, because she's always been there, but I don't remember what she had. Let me see if I can find it. Roy... I think she had fresh cream in her pockets. That's marginally better than mercury, I guess. I'm not sure I want the fresh cream from someone's pocket, though. Yeah, the weapon shop and one of these. Okay. So I've pickpocketed from the vast majority of people. And there was some nectar. It does give me a discount. I don't think I really care. I'll get some sweet fruit, why not? Webcart, the author wrote that magic became sentient thanks to dipshit and alchemy potions won't work if you sell too much of it. Weird. I did ruin her cup of tea. I did take her fresh cream. Truly terrible. Yeah, I want to give meteorite's a little rare. I probably don't want to give that over. I think I already pickpocketed her when she was standing outside. It's very funny that some people are very missable when it comes to pickpocketing, because they're only available... I did miss, like, the tavern owner. Alright, so I think he has a quest for me. It's a very annoying quest. Sarah is signing us up for. We have to beat, what is it, 30? 30 desert ogres! Yeah. Yay. Well, I'm heading to Trop, so... Are there any other quests I'm forgetting about while I'm here? I did the bunny. I've done all of that. Oh, do I have any lemon juice? I don't think I actually have any lemon juice, so... Yeah, I don't, so I can't do, so I think it's in that one. I can't do the other quest. I didn't bring any lemon juice for a dude. I guess I can pick it up at some point. Yeah, it would suck if chemistry just stopped working. I mean, everyone's bodies would literally cease to function. You're making too much profit, your body will literally stop having chemical reactions and you'll die. We're all chemistry, baby. I mean, even basic shit is a chemical reaction. Milk is a chemical, you know, it's an emotion. I guess it's not a reaction because it's an emotion, it's not reacting, but it is still chemistry. I should be fighting these guys. I'm gonna wait a Trop. You're amazed at just how much stuff in your life is chemistry, but batteries would stop working. All electronics would stop working, for that matter. Yeah, we do a lot of chemistry with water. Yeah, absolutely. Bread making is chemistry. You just gotta not like think too hard about that sort of thing. How you get in here. So like, so interesting fact. So I was looking, I found a really good like encounter guide for this game for like drop rates and stuff. And what it says is that every encounter essentially has 4 potential states. And what states it can be depends on if you preemptive, normal, or surprise. Which is why you get more monsters when you're surprised. But you'll pretty much always get the same amount of monsters when you're surprised. Usually there could be like 2 different ones with some overlap between like normal and surprise. So basically it'll be like one encounter is like normal and preemptive, one's normal and surprise, and one's surprise essentially. It's not always split quite like that, but that's essentially what it is. So it was like, it was interesting to find that you literally like, some encounters, it doesn't matter if you get surprised or not, because you'll never get more of that monster when surprised, so you might as well just take it normally. Instead of getting the woo and the rush gauge up. So there's a girl in here. I think that's it for Trop. I stole her gem back a while ago. It was definitely stolen. We are lying here. But yeah, chemical reactions are how molecules do things. Yeah, at yourself, bunny. Oh, he's really coming to get me. You done? You done? Yeah, he's done. I was never very good at baking, though. To be fair, I'm not great at synthetic chemistry. I'm not the worst, but I don't know, I just don't have the knack for it. That's why I did analytical chemistry. Which, so yeah, there we go. So I feel like this is also the surprise encounter. is probably... Why am I... I'm so used to stabbing, I forget that I should not be stabbing. I should be ice stabbing. Why am I running up to an 8-4? Gross. Okay, so I was always better at analyzing chemicals than I was at making them. I was also terrible at retrosynthetic analysis. Which is... I could, like, learn it well enough to do exams on it. I couldn't apply it. Retrosynthetic analysis is, magic, in my opinion. So what it is the ability to look at a molecule and break it down to the point where you can make a chemical reaction to make that molecule. So if you know how to synthesize specific groups on your molecules, you know how to do it. Doesn't always work because chemistry doesn't line up that neatly with theory always, but yeah, essentially you can look at a molecule and break it down into enough pieces and have, if you know enough reactions to make it. And I was always terrible at it. And I know PhDs that were like using it, and I'm like, you're crazy. And then they looked at me and like you're crazy, using maths to analyze stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I find that easier though. It's just like a worm. Just like a sand lad. Let me see if I can find... While I'm in this desert, fighting monkeys, see if I can find the really rare item in this desert that's really easy to miss and is necessary for a quest. And I had to look up how to get... Hey, that's rude. That's rude, buddy. Rude. But yeah, I was far more physical chemistry. I was using formulas to analyze materials at a molecular level. It's really annoying that there's the fill bucket thing here that pops up. I'm like, oh, catch! There we go. All right, well that was pretty lucky. So this is a sandfish. So you cannot see them. But occasionally, when you walk around these ponds, you will get that X prompt to catch a sandfish. I think you might only need one. At least I hope you only need one. But there's a short quest in EN2 that requires those sandfish, and there's no indication other than you rub yourself up against that pond and you'll get that X. Not entirely sure what happened there. There was a very funny divide between the synthetic chemist and the analytical chemist. We all thought the other was doing the more difficult job. Yeah, the fill bucket is so annoying when you're looking for a sandfish, and they're random. They don't always spawn. People have like their, oh, you need to wait around in the desert for a minute because it won't spawn right away, and if it isn't there, it'll never be there. You need to go in and out of the area. All sorts of shit. Yeah, hold up and me. That stuff is always fascinating to me. I do a lot of grinding in JRPGs. So it's always funny to me what, like, completely superstitious shit you'll find online that has no basis in reality. And it's like, if you do this, your drop rates will go up, and it's like, will they? Will they, though? Will they? Why would that do that? don't think I've fought anywhere near 30 yet. Oh, I have enough bee stingers now. And it still says defeat, doesn't say it's done yet. So many ogres. Okay, be able to get the third errand. Try to avoid the monkey, so I actually don't know where they spawn, like specifically, because like generally in this game, I sick flip over some bugs. So spawn points are predetermined, they're not random, and they can have one of two enemies. It seems like a pattern thing. It seems like when you go into an area, it decides whether you're pattern A or pattern B, and it'll put enemies accordingly. So I don't know this area well enough to know where the ogre spawns are. I do know a bunch of spawns in the first bonus dungeon. I had to spend a long time in the first bonus dungeon over the course of playing this game. I actually do know where a whole bunch of them spawn. Now there's a battle trophy for healing poison within 1 second of getting it. A truly terrible battle trophy. Kind of the only way to get it is to do this. Is to spam antidote on someone being attacked, or you, hopefully. Because it doesn't cast fast enough. And you have to hope that they poison you while you're gearing up the antidote. Not great. Probably need about 5 bees. I will! Have a good time at class. You know, Tales of Grace's F port has already come up. It's, that game is pretty popular in Japan, unfortunately. Still have ogres. Yeah, what I'll probably do is just get into a fight with a ton of bees to try that out. I need to fight more. Why 30? Why 30 ogres? It's so fucking many ogres. You get 2 or 3 a fight, you know? So many fucking ogres. Nice needle. My hope is that, like, it does seem like Tales of Grace's F is at least, the first of several remasters. I'm hopeful they do Zillia, a far superior game, and not Zillia 2, a worse game. But, I mean, really, I would like Abyss, because, like, Abyss is stuck in, like, absolute hell. Done, we're done. Yeah, free Zillia from PS3 hell, but free Abyss from 3DS hell, please. I think Abyss would probably be a ton more effort than any of the PS3 games, so I reckon the PS3 games are coming in first. Alright, there are bees around here. Yep. That's gonna go. Yeah, rebirth! There's a whole bunch that I would, Ah, they poisoned me after. I don't have taunt, which is a little irritating. Ah, you missed! You fucking idiot. Absolute fucking idiot missing. Ah, this won't be fast enough. Yeah. Hey! There we go. This is a very bad battle trophy, I say. Most battle trophy. Yeah, heal poison within 1 second. It's literally, yeah, within 5 seconds. Which is easy, because you just, as soon as someone gets poisoned, you heal them, it's like totally fine. But 1 second, you literally have to be casting it before you get poisoned. He does not cast fast enough. But hey, he's at 54% now. Not too shabby. My goal before Star Ocean 4 is to eliminate from PS Plus is to 1. Beat Denny's playthrough, and 2. Hit that 90% battle trophy mark. Very close. We'll get there. Alright. Yeah, I'd love more Tales remasters, but Grace's F is not one of them. God, Grace's F is so funny. Because, like, I didn't hate it back in the day, but replaying it really shined a light on how bad it is. How, like, you know, my thoughts on it were the story was kind of bad. But I didn't mind the main characters, and the battle system was good, but then replaying it, I was like, man, this battle system isn't actually that good. You know, 10 years later, but... It's like, it's worse than, Zesteria's, which makes sense because, you know, it's an earlier game. And also the amount of abuse apologia, yeah, like, Asbel's dad is an absolute fucking monster. And they really don't understand how much of a monster he is. Alright, Astro Caves. It's another reason so like, I don't have to do this cave, but it does have some unique monsters in it that Denny will need for his battle trophies, and also it'll give me some levels and some materials, so very much worth doing. Right. Alright. I need something other than Ice Needles. I got Shadow Needles. Let's do that. I think I can crit... Wow, what a piece of shit. You can crit with skills after a blindside, but I don't know if you can crit with spells after a blindside. Didn't really look at. I think I have her set to not use, any offensive, but buffs are nice. As is healing. But I mean, Tezuka stuff is very funny because Vicus did, and I think still does, dislike it a lot more than I do. But I definitely, like, the replay of it, I soured on it quite a bit. Which is funny, because then we replayed Zillia, and I'm like, damn, this game is better than I remembered. No, you ice needles me, I'm ice needling you. Oh, not you specifically, I guess. Shadow Needles is pretty funny, because it does juggle enemies. Which is why it's not as good as Ice Needles, incidentally, because it flips them up and then when they fall down, they're like, you know, they're on the ground and unattackable, but it's still very funny and enjoyable. But yeah, it's always that crapshoot when you replay old games, isn't it? Like, oh, I remember liking this, and you replay it and you're like, oh my god, why did I like this? Or, oh my god, this is incredible. Or the less likely, but still a possibility of, this is as mediocre as I remembered. This is okay. I guess that's Star Ocean 4 for me. This is every bit as bad as I remembered it being. And yet, I come back to the well every time. Yum yum. Now, I don't know if I got the remaster Symphonia. And Vicus and I platinumed it, working through the 4 playthroughs you have to do for that, which, funnily enough, of course, I'd already done on PS3, so I have played Symphonia so many times. And Symphonia was the interesting one, so Symphonia was like that. I wasn't a huge fan of Symphonia at the time. I thought it was, okay. I thought that the story was fine, the characters were fine, the gameplay was okay, but I knew a lot of people who were big fans of Symphonia. My friend group online, there was a lot of people who really, really liked Symphonia, and Zelos in particular. And I was never a fan of Zelos. Which is weird, because my type is Trash Boy. I do love Sylvain. Come around on the Trash Boys, but I didn't like Symphonia very much. It was fine. I didn't think it was anything special. Slow motion knight. Better help him. But when I came back to it on the PS3 version, years and years later, and especially doing the platinum, I really appreciated the oh, yeah. When I rescued him, I get to pickpocket him. He had some natto in his pocket. Good for him. He's the funniest one with sound imagery and themes, it's true. I really came to appreciate its, like... It's very ambitious, like, world style, where you can do a lot of Silverant, especially, in, like, completely different orders, and they did a lot of work, like, changing scenes depending on which characters you had, and affection changes a lot. There's a lot of little stuff, and even big stuff that changes based on, like, who you have the most affection with. The invisible system that if you don't game, you will get Colette every single time. Sorry, that's, you gotta really work hard for Colette not to be your bestest friend in all the world. But, it was fascinating playing it through even the recent ones where you played it through Silveron, and you can get Sheena at completely different points. And you get different dialogue based on which dungeon she's there with you for, and you really can change the order of that game so much. World 2, Tethayala is a lot less malleable, but there's still a lot of stuff you can do early, and you can do some of the dungeons out of order still as well. And so it was like playing the game, it's like, wow, there's a lot of like really interesting and ambitious stuff that didn't quite work, but like, it's really cool that they tried. Oh, I have too many glow sticks. I guess I gotta let you keep your glow stick, buddy. I guess you gotta have it. So Symphonia was a game that I didn't look back on too fondly, and now have a much higher fondness level for. It can go in both directions, even within the Tales series. Alright, bring this to my wife, this missable quest. By the way, I'm bringing your night bangle, but also can I steal from your corpse? No, I'm stealing from this guy's corpse. That's why he dies. I stole his sacrificial doll. Maybe his sacrificial dolls and a lot of people who die, huh? That is recurring. This is like the third sacrificial doll I've stolen from someone who like dies. This is why they die. I stole their accessory that stops you from dying. I'm the monster. No, I nicked it. That's why it doesn't work. I have it now. That's why they're dead. Ah, yes, this room. Whee! No. I need that fresh sage in my life. Yeah? Daddy's like, it'd still be alive. It'd still be alive if you hadn't stolen. There was definitely someone on Lemerus who I stole a sacrificial doll. I'm sure there's been two, actually. And it's been like, no, if only! I think these are the same ones that are in, I can words, the Purgatorium. So I don't think I have to fight these ones. The corpses are, the ice corpses are new. The junk rocks are new. Might be it. I can't even remember if the boss is in my monster book. I'll have a look. Yeah, the rock permanently. Oh, he is. Hello. Cave Guardian. I have 15% on him because I've only fought him once. Sandbird has 60% because I fought it 4 times, baby. I forgot he was one. So yeah, Cave Guardian is in my monster book. Yeah, 3 unique monsters from this dungeon. So worth doing. I think that's just a drop down. Yeah. I can't blow this rock up, fair enough. Some rocks are explodable and others aren't. Alright. Oh, that's not bad. It's not useful to me in my solo playthrough, at least right now, but it will be later on. Buddy pal. I don't think you should just be walking around with some raw animal meat in your pocket, unless that's a euphemism, in which case I really hope it's not a euphemism. I actually don't know which is worse. But, yeah, I guess he just had some raw a steak in his pocket. Deep in a cave, far from a refrigerator. Disgusting. We're about to get wrecked. Okay, you might wanna fucking back off, Beans. I love the physics object, just sort of nuzzling into place there. So let me just wiggle myself into this hole. Yeah, I'm good now, yeah. And that guy was also in the Purgatorium. I may have to fight him for the chest behind him, or I might be good. Ah, this is not one where you hit on the rock. That's a later one. I feel like... Oh, hello. Bam! I feel like this chest over here is also, like, dark covered. There's definitely, like, 2 darkness covered chests in here. Yeah. Just specifically to annoy me. Well, everyone, really, because you have to walk back. You have to... You either have to come here after you've done Eos and you've gotten Limel's skill that allows her to recharge rings. Oh yeah, cutscene. Or you just have to walk all the way back in here to get, you know, go to the sorcerer lady, hang it up, and then get the chest. What is in that one? That one has some attack seeds and bracteate in it. Oh no, that's not the right one. Ah, no, okay, yeah, I get it. No, yeah, it just has some bracteate in it. Rawr, hello! For a genius small child, she's kind of an idiot. Also, it's Ice. She has a fire dog. She's literally the best suited party member to take on this ice corpse. Look at the raw unemotion on her face. Completely nonplussed. Don't give a fuck. Yeah, why didn't she summon Cerberus? Fucking idiot. I'm gonna get some chocolate while this goes on.
あなた方はこれはエッジマーベリック殿自分たちはライアス隊のものであります私たちは隊と合流せねばなりませんのでこれで失礼いたしますありがとうございました
Oh, being saved by John Dark Souls. Yeah. Hi. Jerk. Yeah, you'll see that, like, Sarah doesn't run up to enemies and attack them. She's literally the only character that when set to stay out of trouble will actually stay out of trouble. So this room is familiar to me because I spent some time here grinding Muria's 999 demons here. Because these guys are demons, and those big guys are also demons. And they have a decent, they're easy to kill, as we saw. And they have a decent demonology drop rate. The best demonology drop rate is in the second bonus dungeon, but those demons are a lot fucking harder to kill with a spellcaster. So it was just far easier to come, and even though the drop rate was much lower, it was so much easier to just kill 999. Yes, there's the sealed with holy light that we can't do anything with yet. So being the suit will probably just stay in the party from now on. I will probably swap these two out to keep everybody leveled, but otherwise it doesn't really matter. I do like because it's interesting because you don't, only the people in battle get battle experience, but it doesn't feel that bad because characters get, when you finish quests and when you pick up chests and when you do items, characters get that. So your characters still level even if you don't use them in fights, as long as you're like doing quests and stuff. And picking up materials and the like. Man, he falls off of that so undignified. He just kind of floops over. Hey, big boy. You know, the other thing about the missing procedure being able to come back if you cause aberrant evolution is kind of silly. Because the missing procedure is what caused the aberrant evolution. The missing procedure spawned the Grigori, which caused the evolution, which gave it power, which allowed it to destroy the universe, right? Why couldn't they just do that again? Like, I don't see any reason why that couldn't just happen again. I do love this boy, though. I do love finally being able to show off the chain bonus on spells. So this is why they didn't let you, like, do this with the big spells. They talked about it in that interview as well. I did look at it. But they nerfed Freeze because it was they made it too strong. So this is like, Freeze is still really good, and this is the nerfed version of it. The other is that, yeah, they made it so you couldn't cast, like, the big spells on your buttons because it was too strong. The thing is, like, it's too strong during, like, parts of the main game. And frankly, I'm only as strong as I am because I've bullshitted my way. I am literally using a second bonus dungeon enemies monster jewel to be this strong. Spells just aren't that good in this game. I am showing how you can make a spellcaster work, and that is New Game Plus with the best, one of the enemies in the second bonus dungeon. I will say Ice Needles is perfectly cromulent through most of the main game. If you main Muria, you'll have a decent enough time. enemies that absorb ice, pain in the butt, because Ice Needle is so much better than any other spell, but the fact that you have to manually cast the big spells means that it's just more annoying to do. You have to like pause, go in, and then wait for 5 years for them to cast, unless you have fast cast on Muria. Thank you, Muria. And then like chain combos is where physical attacks are amazing. So that's why Savage Sparrows, Dragon's Roar, all physical skills get their power from is using them multiple times in a row so that you get these massive damage bonuses. The fact that the first one is like 160% or something. Like, Denny's actually so strong that we don't get to see it because you can only do it on the same enemy. But like, chain combos is disgusting, and it only works with low-level magic. So like, even in the post-game, if I'm using Muria, it's Ice Needles. Like, that's a sign of a deeply unbalanced game. If you don't move on from the spell you got, like, I don't know, level 20 at most for Denny, and it's not his primary element, so like, you know, he got Earthglaive and Stone Rain first. Muria has Ice Needles immediately. Melee is just pretty much always better than magic in Stoshin. They've never managed to make it good. And the other thing about magic is in the deep post-game, pretty much all enemies are... Oh, that was the light. I was like, why didn't I get that chest? I was like, it's the light chest. Pretty much all enemies are immune to, like, all elements. Like, I believe the Ethereal Queen don't give a fuck about elements, so... You want non-elemental weapons, and magic goes to shit. There are a few non-elemental spells, but they're all big spells, so they're shit. Chain combos is where the damage is in this game, by far. Just the way he flops off of these boulders. Also, we nearly kill a man with that. There is a guy standing guard. We also broke the fucking town walls. Ah, 2R does make magic a bit better. That makes sense. Oh, nobody, Otherwise... Yeah, broke the wall next to a mine full of monsters. Yeah, we did a bad deed today. I will not be coming back in for that chest because I don't care. I've already gotten the trophy for 100% of chests. I don't need to do it again. That trophy also freaked me out because I didn't get it, and I was like, shit, I have marked off a chest that I didn't actually get. And there's a lot of missable chests in this game. But I was like 99% certain I was on the right number of chests because I got the item in the columnist that tells you how many, and I was correct at one point. I was correct before Nox Obscurus, and then I was wrong afterwards, so I knew it was, like, probably in the final dungeon, and I was correct, it was in the final... There was a chest in the final dungeon that wasn't on the map in the guide that I was using. It was on my map, but I didn't notice it because it was in the final dungeon. If you remember, there is those rooms that are just like bits of islands that you warp between, and I missed a chest on there that I probably hadn't seen because I couldn't see it on my map. I do think that like it's very hard to balance magic and melee in these kinds of games because It's very, very easy to go in the other direction as well. You can... That giant boulder came out of nowhere. If I not pickpocketed you... Why not? Oh, he probably was full of blueberries. That's probably why he was enjoying his blueberries. Yeah, a lot of the time is that melee is just good. It's just too good for magic, rather than magic being terrible. But like, it's very easy for magic to get like really overpowered. One of the things I think of is like Skies of Arcadia. It's not so much magic versus melee, but magic versus items. It's like items are so much better than healing magic. It's so funny because they're just the healing magic, but they don't cost MP. It just costs money, and who gives a shit about money? You can grind money, you can't grind MP. I'll go this way. Special moves are so good, but there's some really useful magic in Skies of Arcadia and some really useless magic, but like, you do want to level magic, especially for the ship fights. It's really good in the ship fights. Until you get access to the items that... Oh god, there's another one in her feckin' house as well. Alright, so here's the Knight's Bangle for your dead husband. Except he's not dead, he's fine. Jerk. Not dead, hooray! I still would have gotten to pickpocket him. Just a little joke. Prank. Yeah, there's a guy somewhere who's seasick, but I don't have the lemon juice to help him. Sorry, friend. Ah, yes, the second errand. I can go do that. But yeah, I was trying to think. Final Fantasy V is a game where magic is better than melee. Magic is like so much better than melee that a 750 run is just inherently easier than a no 750 run in the Fiesta. Do I have 13 wool? I think I can buy that. Yeah, I bought 13 wool. Yeah, dual wield with quad attack. Dual cast meteors with quick. Dual cast Sildra with air knives will literally wipe anything off the map. I guess do I not get the fourth errand right now? She has like more errands. After beating Eos, you got it. I think I'm done here. I think I'm gonna go back to Eos. There's probably quests I missed, but definitely 5 is absolutely a toy box. There is a lot of really good shit, including melee, but it is true that the pretty much universally best, tier list will have things like Summoner, Blue Magic. I don't know if Chemist is a magic, but it's definitely not a melee, and it's up there. Bard, easily the best, and it is more of a magic class. Songs are magic, in a way. I really need to get my 4th run finished. I'm like, I started it up like a month and a half ago, but I've been so busy at this like pretty big cross-stitch commission that I've almost finished. I'll finish it by the end of the week. But it's taken up a lot of my time that I haven't able to play as much as I wanted. I'm on my 4th one. I'll try to finish. It ends on the 31st, so I need to get it in. I'm not gonna have an unfinished Fiesta, but But yeah, I think of games where magic is just that strong, FF5 is like one of them, because like the best classes in the game are like pretty much all magic. Time Mage is up there. Black Mage, White Mage, incredible. Again, if you do a 750 run in the Fiesta, you're gonna have a much easier time than a no 750 run, even just purely because you can break rods. Rod breaking, baby, just that good. As I try to think of other game, just games in general, JRPGs. Where's Magic better than Melee? I don't know about Tales games. Magic tends to be worse than Melee, but I think that's because Tale games are kind of being action games. They think you're probably gonna be playing the main sword character rather than a mage, but sometimes mage characters are really good. I think Jade and Abyss is pretty good with Indignation. Definitely the magic classes got better in the more recent Tales games. Berseria has really good mages. Rhea is pretty good. Tales is definitely like one of those ones where magic kind of ebbs and flows. Sometimes magic is terrible. Symphonia, Genus garbage trash boy, mostly because of the spell queue, because like in the oldie days you couldn't have effects going off at the same time. FF12 had the same problem, the original, in that if you used like your big healing-y spells to heal instead of items, they had animation times, and that also blocked spell animations. Like, I can't remember the best cure spell, but it would like take the animation slot, it would pause, and then Ultima would have to wait until after the healing spell had gone off, so that you just healed with items instead, so you could use your big spells. Spells aren't good in FF12, but yeah, the spell queue is a problem. The limitations in the GameCube PS2 era. Oh, it's been far too long since I played Shadow Hearts. I don't know if it does have magic, doesn't it? Oh, it's been far too long. We really do need to stream it. It has been a 15, 20 years since I played that game. I don't remember if physical's better than magic. So you can almost like rank Final Fantasies individually on whether magic's better. Funnily enough, FF10. Okay, FF10, magic's fine. Magic's pretty decent. Through most of the game, and then by the end of the game, you're never, you're deep in the post-game, you ain't using any magic. I don't think I filled up my ring. I meant to, and I forgot again, and oh yeah, I also only have 3 Earth Ring. That's a problem. I've never played Kodaka, no. I played Shadow Hearts, all 3, the Shadow Hearts Covenant, and the New World, roughly when they came out on PS2. I played them in the PS2 era. I'm one of a few people that did play them way back in the day. Yeah, it's, FF10 is strange because Lulu is the mage, but you can make better mages than her with some judicious, sphere grid. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Sphere gridding. It's true, one MP dual casting Ultima, and Ultima everyone is good if you don't want to grind for the final boss. Correct. There's some really good magic, and then in the post-game you're like bapping things. You're using Waka's symbols to do stupid amounts of damage. Very funny. Yeah, there's a chest up there. I'm hoping I have enough earth. I try to remember if I need earth for this dungeon. We'll fucking find out, won't we? Let's go. Alright, so my plan for today is to get to the Phantom fight, which will be interesting. I do have a really good weapon, but it also tanks my defense, and I'm not using a full party, of course, so I think I should be fine. I think my 4,000 int should carry me, but these guys are tough. It's funny, Doc was on here last week and he was like, I can't really recommend actually playing it. He's like, it's very cool, but it's extremely jank. I definitely think we should stream Shadow Hearts. I really do like Shadow Hearts. And Vicus has never seen Shadow Hearts. Oh, right, I need to fight things. I don't have, I'm in my avoid every enemy, feelings, and it's like, no, I need to... Denny needs to fight every single enemy. Ah, Sarah now has a spell. Figure that. Yes, I really like Shadow Hearts 1 and 2. The New World is not as good, but still decent. Like I said, I haven't played them in a long time, but they were big favorites of mine back in the day. And I think the big reason I've held off on streaming, one was Doc streams them all, but the other one is that I'm not very good at it. I was never very good at the ring system when I played it. Thankfully, these games weren't actually terribly difficult. I need to go back in the cave, I think, to fight some enemies. So I was able, you know, you can blag your way through a lot of shit in Shadow Hearts. But I could never do some of the more difficult, fun stuff. I did get the good, not true ending, though. Which is a bit, it's a bit finicky. It's another thing, it's like getting that on stream, it has a lot of like precise timing. I always say don't like, of course, spoil anything, because, you know, Vicus has not seen it, and I very much want to show him at some point. But the good, not true ending requires you to do some difficult stuff within certain time frames. Yeah, it's very fun. Kimari is an interesting character because I feel like he can either be really good or really terrible, and it's entirely based on where you send him because he can go anywhere on the grid. I would still say that I would say it's not really a true ending still. I would say that the quote-unquote bad ending is what you're supposed to get. Again, I don't want to explain too much further than that. Alright, I think I've fought everything now. But Shadow Hearts is a strange game, and it would be fun. I'm probably much better at it now than I was back when I played it as a teenager. I'm much better at video games than I used to be. There's some people that get worse with age. I've only gotten better. But for real, I'm just playing a lot of more action-y games has really helped with my, like, timing and stuff. I can play some pretty difficult games, so... Yeah, it's true, base stats, of course, eventually don't matter, but that's a whole separate thing. But yes, they extremely, like, really want you to be using, like, Waka to hit flying enemies and Titus to hit fast enemies and all that shit. It's part of the class system, essentially. So yeah, if you send Kimaru down Waka's route, you still can't, like, hit enemies up in the air. But then you just do what I do and just rotate everybody in and out of every fight. Everybody levels. It's very funny because, like, I mean, the thing is, Waka is, the party you use in the post-game if you don't want to use absolutely everybody because it's 6 fucking people, is Titus, Waka, and Riku, because those are the only 3 that can fight underwater. So that's, a very economical way is just use those, and then maybe, like, Yuta, but, it's also based on their limit breaks, and Waka has, the best limit break if you're good at playing slots. I'm not particularly, but it's still the best way to deal a shit ton of damage. Alright, we're almost at the Phantom fight. Hit a B. I will say that Waka does have, of course, a character arc. He does not stay a horrible racist. You know, characters could start out being unlikable and saying some shitty things, and then, you know, grow. And he's very much... It's kind of in the... He's there to be the party member that most identifies with the whole religion of the world. So that when things happen, you get that viewpoint. Yeah, doing that, there's some underwater shit, and there is like a post-game underwater boss, which again is why you level Riku, Waka, and Titus. Yeah, it's like Lulu's limit break is bad, Orange is fine, but Titus and Waka and Riku have like the best limit breaks in the game. So, you know, it's a good thing those are the ones that go underwater. Oh wow, the light. Okay, I'm gonna close the curtain because I just looked over and realized that like the light is extremely playing on the plushes. Like he was zoning in and out with the light. Sorry if that's been distracting. I like FF10 a lot. But anyway, but yeah, god, game. I try like other JRPG series, fling them at me, and I can maybe see if Magic's better than Melee or the other way around. While we're going through a bunch of cutscenes and a big ass fight here, so this is gonna be interesting. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep a save here, as long as I choose the correct option, which is to keep Denny. This is where I get to choose whether to keep Denny or not.
オリジナルの船に比べて戦闘に特化しているらしいわ。
本当にあの艦が開拓基地を襲ったのなら。
ああ、確実に僕たちの敵だ。
Oh shit! I forgot to see the private actions.
敵だ!
Damn it. Yeah, these go away after fighting the phantoms. Oh no!
SRF の制服。
バカな。 生体センサーにはまるで反応
言っ
が。
たでしょ。ファントムは永遠のごとく現れる。機械になりすぎると。
Alright. Yeah, I have to do a whole fight, so excuse me. Sorry, I'm gonna have to walk back. My bad, I completely forgot. I should have gotten these before I left Eos and completely forgot to. Kingdom Hearts. So, magic is kind of busted in one. Magic is actually incredibly busted in one. I'm gonna, I have a curtain right on me. I will load up the game and I need to close that. I'm gonna have to hoof it. So the thing about magic in one is that one, arrow, completely stupid. Idiot. God damn bee, I don't want to play bee. 2 fire, incredibly fast. Incredibly powerful. 2 magic oh, 260 damage, nice. Magic damage is based on your max MP. You can get extra max MP by taking the rod at the start of the game. But the other thing is that it's very easy to get 1 pip of MP back in Kingdom Hearts 1. Basically how MP works is you get it back when you, like, attack and do things. You need to do more stuff progressively for more MP, the pips are bigger. So it's actually harder to go from 4 to 5, you know, to get to 5 from 4 than it is to get from 0 to 1. So you can get a lot of MP, if you're just down at the bottom, you get your MP back very quickly. And 2, it's just like, it comes out so fast, you can do so much damage with it. Magic in 1 is very good. It was so good they nerfed it. And taking the run means you get second chance very late. It definitely makes the run, makes the game harder for the first part of it. But most of the post-game super bosses, you will be fighting, oh my god, these bees. You will be fighting with magic. And frankly, you don't even need to take the rod as long as you don't completely tank your MP. But magic is very good in Kingdom Hearts 1. They had to nerf it. That's why they changed how MP works in every Kingdom Hearts game since.
君たちとの旅は間違いではない。
I'm take the sword, ditch the shield kind of lady. I know, I'm not. I don't remember what I do in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, unfortunately, the shortcut back is past the Phantom fight. I completely forgot that the Phantom fight is the cutoff for, because of course it's there's some they involve Denny. So once Denny, you know, fucks off, you don't get these private actions anymore. Yeah, mostly what you do is you just, you know, you don't have the most powerful magic, but it's still powerful enough if you don't take the rod. You take the shield instead? Is it shield minus sword? What's the most normal one?
At all. It's been years.
We played it. We speedran it.
Years ago.
On stream, we did this.
Also, speedrun's a strong word for it.
We did though, we got the speedrun trophy.
We got the trophy, yeah.
Alright, hopefully this is, yep, this is still here. We need to see Danny acting weird and everyone else just everyone just shrugging it off. Also, I believe if you're doing the platinum and you want the highest levels, you have to take the
尋常じゃなかったぞ。
Because it's like dawn, dusk, and
入り込みすぎただけですよ。
Midday.
midday. I think so. And you have to take the one that levels you up slower at first, but then faster later on. Because the one that levels you up fast, but then slow later on means so much more experience.
それよりもすみません。トレーニングを続けたいのですが。わかった。
They're just callous. They're not four-dimensional players, because the game is not that ballsy. According to the devs, the only like 4D person is Welch. Yes, this is where we'd also get a second chance to... Yeah, they are cowards. This is where we'd get a second chance to see Limmel and FaZe. The one where apparently she's trying to prank him by casting teleportation on him. I'm not sure how we were supposed to figure that out from the scene. Supposedly you can also get Miracle's stowing away one, but I don't think I have ever been able to. Yeah, it's Denny's turn. I'll exit the ship and come back and see if I get stowaway, but like oh, maybe I will. She might be in her room. Okay, yes, we're getting stowaway. This is about how she, like, stowed away in, on a ship. And then ended up on alternate Earth. It is pretty sad we can't see the stars. I live near New York, I cannot see the stars at night, it's true. It's true, 3 billion. Not Miracle. Okay, now treadmill time. Oh, there are so many without choices.
ああ、これは道とかそういうのじゃなくて、限られた空間で足腰を鍛える装置なんだよ。
はあ、エッジ君はいつも難しいことを言いますね。あら？これは何でしょう？
ちょっと待て、サラ。それは。
The fact that she stayed on that is actually pretty impressive. Most people would just fall flat on their asses.
今止めるから。
驚きました。
サラ、今飛べたじゃないか。
いいえいいえ、もともとこれぐらいはできるのですよ。ただ、自分で飛び上がれないのです。
Oh yeah, she'd be fucked if she faceplanted on that treadmill. Her wings would get destroyed.
ですので、今後もこれを使いたいと思います。
なら、ちゃんと使い方を覚えること。怪我したら大変だからね。
I also like that there are just treadmills out in this living space. I don't think I've ever spoken about how this living space on this ship is fucking weird. There's like this strange seating arrangement where the seats appear to be on wheels, which doesn't seem very stable. Imagine sitting down flat on your ass, like you would never be able to keep those things in place. Then there's a bar with a mini fridge. A little lookout point here, but right over here is the fucking treadmills. Like, what is this living space? Oh yeah, they're so low, you're like on your butt with your legs sticking out in front of you, yeah. Like, why wouldn't you just have 2 treadmills here? Why wouldn't you just have a fucking gym? Why wouldn't one of these storage spaces be a gym? This is a little fucking weird, guys. But there's only room for like, I don't know, maybe 10 people to sit? How many crew members do you even have on this ship? Alright, I think there's one more. I think this might actually be an opportunity for me to say a wrong answer. Yeah, she's reading about Lady Elena. She reads it to us, and you have to kind of just guess correctly what the town is. And if you guess it right, you get points. If you guess it wrong, you lose points. I'm definitely sleeping. I'm definitely not enthralled. What town was Lady Elena when she reunited with the Traveler? That's Crow, by the way. That's Crow. Yeah, right. You have to imagine, like, you can't have a nice, cool bar vibe when there are two people fucking pounding on the treadmills across the room. That's not good. That's not good for a bar. Alright, so I guess we'll go a town near the sea. And she's like, wrong. Oh no, we're gonna have to start with a historical background. No. No, good. Punish Beans for him being an insensitive clod. Punish him. Alright, my punishment for being an insensitive clod is I have to run all the way back to the Phantom fight. Yeah, the moral of the Elena stories is absolutely never meet your heroes. The other moral is time travel, I guess. It's such a... Speaking about that dev interview again, it is so fucking cowardly to be like, your favorite characters are Elena and Crow. Two fucking NPCs you barely see any of. Like, okay. That's not an interesting choice, that's just like, fuck off. It's like, you didn't want to have to make an actual decision here. But also, like, wow, well done on making a party full of not the coolest characters in the game. That's the other thing about it, it's like, you should put your coolest characters in the party so that we get to experience them. Why would you save your coolest ideas for the people we don't get to keep? That's dumb. I guess I'm just getting more disintegration stones. It's fine. Alright, we're getting back to that Phantom fight where I'm gonna stop. I want to get past. Yeah, we should definitely ditch Pink the Sue and Hoppy. I'm not sure I could stand Elena for very long, to be honest, but, like... My god, I wish we could ditch some of our party members. I mean, maybe not Sarah. Well, I mean, I guess maybe if Elena was the healer instead of Sarah, I would cope with that. No, just the qualification of like, oh yeah, we thought every character other than our main characters was actually coolest. It's like, well, come on. And like, characters don't have to start cool or even end cool, be interesting and compelling, but like, my god, none of this party member is. They're so bad. Alright, we made it back. We're back to that cutscene. Yeah, it definitely has a bit of a fucking weird vibe when the cat is a feral child. A fucking 14-year-old. It's about fucking while now we get that scene and nobody's like, maybe we should pay more attention to Denny.
オリジナルの船に比べて戦闘に特化しているらしいわ。
本当にあの艦が
Uniquely suited for combat. Put a fucking turret on the top.
たちの敵だ。
Ruin the aerodynamics of your fucking ship.
敵だ。
Yeah, you can beat up that ship with a sword. Do it, pal. Do it.
SRF の制服
バカな。生体センサーにはまるで反応
言っ
が。
たでしょ。ファントムは幻影のごとく現れる。機械
Right, so much interesting. You get bird. Bow wow.
お前たちは
All these names are perfect, guys. Thank you all.
あなたたちなのですか。
And they ain't so tough.
なんだこれ。
They exploded in a puddle of goo.
のように見えたのだが、
Does silicon do that?
生物ですらないのか。一体何者なのだ。
分析するのも結構だけど、ちょっとは周りを見てほしいわね。
来ます。
Fight time. Alright. See how this goes.
こんなところで立ち止まり
Nice needles time. I'm a little worried about the fact that I've completely tanked my defense, but I guess we'll see how it goes. It's funny how this is one of the hardest bits of the game. Less so, of course, on New Game Plus. Even on the higher difficulties, Tamil is harder than this fight. Because of the harder difficulties, as long as you're not if you're playing it, the harder difficulty without having played, you know, Galaxy or Earth mode, you're in trouble. I don't know if you can play Chaos. Can you play? I think you unlock Chaos by beating Universe. I can't remember if Universe unlocks by beating Galaxy. Kinda not looking at the screen, so I better not fucking die. Okay, yes. Universe difficulty is unlocked after beating the game on Galaxy and Chaos by completing it on Universe. So yeah, I mean, I guess if you delete your battle trophy data, you could, or you could just not use the Ashley Jewels, I guess. You don't have to use the New Game Plus thing. It is entirely opt-in. But yeah, this might be really difficult on Chaos without it, though. With the ability to synthesize some really good fucking weapons and even armor with the Ashley Jewels, this fight is not that hard. Tamil is definitely... You can see that, like, if you remember me playing this on Galaxy, I feel like this fight killed me earlier this year on base difficulty. It actually seems to be harder in the remake than it is in the original because of all these buffs everyone gets. I'm on easy, but I'm also using only one person. Thanks for the healing. I'm also tanked my defense. I could be playing it much safer with my physical sword. It would just take much longer. Yeah, much easier when you have an incredible weapon. And even on Chaos, I think I tend to do Raimi. Because on Chaos you want to be far away from the enemies, frankly. Sorry, IHOB, Bingus, all of the above. So like, Bingus is a really good one to play, and she can get a pretty good bow from the arena. So you get that, you actually jewel the shit out of it, and then you maybe give her some good actually jewel armor. And like, she's unstoppable for basically the rest of the game. Are you even spawning from goo? about to get blasted! Yeah, maybe we should have retreated at some point. No! They're not alive, dipshit! Why would they care? So they don't even care? It's like they're not alive, you've established this. They're not living beings. They're essentially homunculus. Like how they're like, what could the Morphous who have mapped the known chaos, the cosmos are like, what are these? And it's like, come on, they're mud dolls.
何かが
They're golems. There are legends about this kind of shit. And here's Crow being way cooler than Edge could ever be in his life. But things that look human but aren't is like, yeah, it's a bit like going, when they have to not say zombies in a zombie film. It's like, they're undead. Oh no, corpses are coming back. It's like, oh my god, please just... It's like, zombies are a thing. Zombies have been a thing forever. They may not have always been called zombies, but there are plenty of old story cultures of the dead rising, you know? We can stop pretending this is a new phenomenon that no one could ever have heard of. I mean, I guess this crew are uniquely stupid, but it's definitely funny to have a private action with Bacchus who's like, yeah, the Morphers are so bored with life because, like, we've seen everything there is to see in the entire universe. And yet they're perplexed by humanoid golems. You never seen a robot? An android? Man, I mean, to be fair, you can tell that the devs are fucking in love with Crow. I didn't even need them to tell me that he's their favorite character. He is lovingly glanced at in every cutscene he's in. They put so much more effort into the construction of every scene Crow is in than any scene Edge is in. I mean, we were killing them just fine too. I mean, look at this. Does Edge ever get to do anything this cool? And by cool, I mean it's lame, but like, you know, they think it's cool. He's so... Look at this loving rendition here. Edge just got to like back one with his sword. Crow gets to go fucking ham with his two lightsabers here. They put so much work into the choreography of this dude. We meet like once more after this. He gets more love than Aramat, a character we're about to get, frankly.
すっごく強いのよ。はい。びっくりして飛んじゃいそうです。
Yeah, they're so much better than we are. We're kind of fucking lame, huh?
片付けちゃった。
Yeah, Crow gets stuck with Elena, but at least he fucks and leads to the eventual descendant of Roderick, the main character from 1, who I like. I do like Roderick Farrens. Roderick Farrens. Doesn't have an R on the end of it. Roderick's cool. apparently part human. Alright, here we go. All this shit.
巻き添えを食いたくなければね。
Tits.
君はどこかで会ったか？
I'm not the type to forget a pair of honkers those big.
今忘れないんだけどね。
Look at that side T. I'd never forget that.
いいね。いいわ。やっぱり坊やについてきてよかったわ。こんな
God, this is like... Miria is the only one who gets character development in this game, but it's done really badly. In that, like, it's just done like that. And yeah, please don't laugh like that. Your boobs are going all over the place. You do not have those strapped in correctly.
あの人の敵。
If your boobs are shaking like that in a bra, your bra is not actually giving you any support. Boobly? Yeah, it's just kind of like you get the like couple of scenes of her being like, "I'm gonna take revenge on him. Oh, he's not here. I better go." And it's like, "I'm gonna stay with you so I can get revenge on Crow Edge." And it's all immediately resolved in this one cutscene. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream for a while because this cutscene is fucking long. I talk over all of it. I feel like I would like this arc more if it wasn't resolved right away. But then Crow would have to be in the game more, and he's only in literally this scene and then like the scene where he dies. Also, like, your quest for revenge requires you getting your tits out. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I mean, when you have big honking donkeros, those things do jiggle if you don't strap them down right. But even in a bra, mine would still have some jiggle. Not that level of jiggle. She's not wearing a bra. I guess she is still wearing her terrible, not supportive bra. The big honking donkeros do jiggle, but like... My god, Hen, please, proper. You can't take this cutscene seriously because they're just wiggling. I wish you got this outfit for her. It's also hilarious how she looks a lot younger, but I think this isn't that long ago. I don't think he died. I mean, Crow's only been up in space for like 2 months. I think he got sent back in time, but... Like, I don't think this happened like years and years and years ago. She looks like, you know... Maybe like 18? Like, she looks so... She's only 22, by the way, which incorrect. That is, like, at least 25. But, like, they made her look so much younger. And suppose it's like innocence, isn't it? You know, the loss of her husband and the loss of her innocence. But, like, man, she looks so much younger. But it was only, like, I don't know, a few months earlier?
あの時、ルシオが残したメッセージだ。君に聞いてほしい。感謝する。何を言ってるんだ？おい！これは地球の船だ。敵じゃない。安心しろ。私は
Yeah, this happened at like the same time the Countess crash landed on Eos. That's not that long ago.
この船はもうダメだ。早く脱出するんだ。勇敢なる男よ。いつの日か私の言葉が届くことを願い。このメッセージを送る。
She's very bad at revenge. Yeah, Edge is like 20 or something, yeah. Crow's 21. Edge is 20, 21. Yes, he has his birthday during the game. Yeah, she's 22. She's like 1 year older than him. And she's like, boy. But yeah, this all happened at the same time we were fighting insects on Eos. Like, put that into your perspective. How long in-game could that have even been ago? Like, 3 months? Maybe? If we're stretching it. And yet, she looks so much younger here. They gave her bigger eyes and smaller ears, and it's like this happened like 3 years ago? Don't you keep recordings of everybody who dies near you? The dying message of some dude you tried to help and failed? Really, my love? Oh, I made this funny. I made it, you can't even take this seriously, it's great. Boobily? I've never seen a tit in my life! No, I feel like that scene was made in mind for, like, they talk about how ships could have been sent back in time, but he isn't actually sent back in time, because he's not, like, 3 years older. He immediately meets Bacchus after this, and then we meet Bacchus on the Cardinon, and he's like, yeah, I met Crow, and we tried to do this, and things failed, right? So this is just like, she's not much younger in that than she is now. They just made a really... I feel like maybe it was planned for him to have, like, gone back in time when the warp out happened, and that's why they mention it on, like, Lemuris, that, like, wormholes can be weird and send you back in time. But then they didn't. So, like, she's 3 months later, she now looks like in her 30s, and acts like she's in her 30s. When, like, that other one looked like... Yeah, somewhere between 18 and 20, I would say. I think the thing is they just made this model of her look too old. And then said she's 22. Despite the fact that she treats everyone around her like they're children. She's like... I mean, I guess she might be the second oldest one here still, though, to be fair. Actually, I don't know how old Sarah is. Let's find out. Like, Bacchus is older than her. Sarah's 19, so no. Wait, how old is Bacchus? Is he like 40? Bacchus is 32! It was a misunderstanding. Crow can never do wrong. Crow can never do wrong. But I guess the wormhole sends you across space and time is the thing that gets him to Elena. Shit, I'm older... Damn it, LaRose, I'm also older than Bow Wow. Damn it. Oh, I'm old. like, I think 30s is a little young for Bacchus, but like, it's not entirely out of the range of ages for him as a robot man, you know. But like, Muria, there's no universe in which she's 22.
ある程度は理解している。そう考えても平気か？
You know, in the same way that like Edge is supposed to be 20/21 and like Muria's 22, those ages are not congruous.
二人にはまだ話して
Like Raimi is like 20, I think, I
私
hope.
のことなら気にしないでください。話の腰
God, I'm now praying, please don't be like 17.
後で
Yeah, she turned 20. In that it's my birthday, she turned 20. And then later on there'll be one where Edge, well, it might not be because I didn't remember it was her birthday. Oh, she's not gonna wish Edge a happy birthday because Edge forgot her birthday.
ゴマ外れは
I forgot that was what happens. Yeah, if you remember Raimi's birthday, she then celebrates your birthday on the calendar. So yeah. Raimi goes from 19 to 20, and Edge goes from 20 to 21. And Muria there is like, I'm so much older than everybody else at 22. You don't get to do the I'm older than everyone until you're 30. That's the rule.
俺は知ったんだ。
It's like this game was made by 15-year-olds who think 22 is old, and thus 32 is ancient.
危ういか。少し前の僕なら信じようとはしなかったろうな。
だが、
Oh yeah, cutscene's still happening.
いろいろあったからね。
Oh, it's just, I forgot she's supposed to be 22. It's like, oh my god, Hen.
それよりも重大なことがあると
Unless Amorphous 22 is actually like 40, I don't think you can, like, shit on a guy 1 year younger than you.
この栄養捨て起きて
I get to do the I'm old, which I say to my mother, and she's very annoyed at me whenever I do that. But I'm in my 30s. I'm allowed to be like, I'm old now. Oh god, I remember this game that came out 20 years ago. I'm so old. You're not allowed to do that at 22. You're not allowed to pretend you're old at 22. You've just graduated from university. Like, goddamn.
そいつを追って
You're a young piece of shit at 22.
じゃあお前がエイオスに来たのは
ああこの
No, no, Chelsea J. Regular jokes that 24-year-old is an old main character, an old man. Yeah.
派遣された。もっともこれは別任務のついでだがな。
You know, it gives me a lot more respect for Zillia. Like, even the bits of Zillia 2 where it's like, although Zillia 2 pretends he's not in his 60s, which is weird, but like, it is like, in Zillia, Rowan's actually an old man.
もっと早くに気づくべきでした
Noctigal is old as well, you know, Rowan's his, like, closest friend, they're similar in age, like...
カルディアノン人の
Finally, an old man in a video game.
そいつは違う。
Old women we still have to work on.
新事実が解明されたんだ。
An old man who still gets some. Yeah, Rowan's still got it.
異常進化だけにとどまらない。
Rowan's, and he's not a pervert except when it's funny. You know, like, actually genuinely funny. Like, he does it in order to razz on the young'uns. You know, he's not like, you know, Bravely Default, where the old man sage is looking at the girl's skirts. No, no, no. He razzes, Alvin and the young'uns. By just being confident in his sexuality, really. He's an old man.
情報を取り込み
He knows, he's been through the shit.
まさか
Turns out you can do horny without pervy.
基地を破壊したのはファン
It's
トム。
wild.
そしてそのファントムの情報となったのは
Yeah, oldest female Tails character is still in her early 20s. So, you know, who isn't an immoral being who looks like they're in their 20s. Yes, yeah. We still need the old woman. We need an old lady. We need someone above the age of... a woman above the age of 30.
なんなんだよグリゴリってなんだって
In JRPGs in general, there are not enough old ladies in JRPGs. Or video games, frankly.
でもこれ以上悲劇を
This cutscene still going?
やるべきことがあるはずだ。みんなの犠牲を無駄にするわけには。
僕は一体
Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to Crow's,
なぜそばにいられなかった
Crow's voice. Man, he sounds dignified.
エルダーの同胞たちが
He sounds older and he sounds more dignified than he does in English.
君はエルダー人だった実は
俺が説明する。
エイルマットいいのか
The lady from Berseria. I don't remember.
エルダー軍の所属ですよね。
Who's
な
that
ぜ基地を守
referring
れなかったんですか
to?
警備は軍の管轄だったはずです。
エルダー軍は壊滅した。軍に限らず、エルダーのあらゆる組織はもはや存在しない。同胞たちは今、移民艦で宇宙に出ている。
移民艦？移民ってどこへ？受け入れ可能な
Where's
開
the
拓
page
惑星はまだないはずです。
24? Magillo is. Yeah, Magillo is the immortal who looks like she's 20.
故郷
Age unknown.
何ですかそれ。エルダー本性で何があったんですか。
If you mean Eleanor, who's like the church lady who joins your party, she's like 18.
塵となった。
I guess you might be talking about the praetor. No, she is a top 10 praetor apparently at 18. Oh, tails.
冗談ですよね。
フェイス
教えてやる、若造。ありのままの真実。
No, I don't think any of the characters in Berseria or Zestier are particularly old. Rose is also 18. Really like 18-year-olds.
そんなもの知りたくない。
エルダー系太陽が急速に巨星化を始めた。
Or even Velvet's older sister was only 20.
エルダー人
Eleanor, you mean Eleanor? Yeah, she's 18.
だが、そこへあのファントム艦隊が現れた。偶然ではあるまい。おそらく太陽
Yeah, I'm not looking at like all Tails female characters, and yeah, I don't think there's one above 24. That one lady I found was 24, everyone else is like 18.
二重の罠を張っていたのだ。
Yeah, this is Denny finding out that his entire race are dead. Ooh, summoning Tales of Rays is 37.
俺たちは戦った。一人で
I don't know what Tales of the Rays is.
しかし、
Seems like she's a baddie. Ah, it was a mobile game. So in the mobile game, there's a 37-year-old lady. There is, of course, the Elder Norman from Berseria, the old witch lady Norman. She's 5,000, but she doesn't count. She's not human. Raises the gacha, yeah. Wait, how old is Kisara?
同胞たちも部下も次々に散っていった。俺が最後に見たのは
Kisara's 25. That's older than I thought Kisara would be, looking at the, everyone else being 18. 25 tracks. She actually does look like she's in her 20s, Kisara. I like her eyes.
そして俺はこの男、クローに救われ、ここにいた。
Her rise starts very slow, but it gets very good.
そんなの嘘です。嘘だ。
She was only 19, God, she's older
あ
than
な
that,
たは
God
嘘
damn.
つきだ。
うろたえるな若造。お前もエルダー人なら、たとえ故郷を失おうと、エルダーの誇りまで失う。
Alright, yeah, the planet, the phantoms exploded, Eldar. I don't understand why he joins up with the missing procedure, the thing that destroyed his entire planet and killed all his people. This doesn't really make sense. Like, I get he's in despair, and like, you know, the whole thing, she doesn't want there to be suffering anymore, so you might as well destroy it all so there's no suffering. But this is literally the being that killed all his people and caused his suffering. Why would he join up with it?
君にはまだやらなきゃいけないことがあるんだ
That doesn't and has never really made sense to me. Did he not know? You knew the missing procedures plan, but it's like, but the destruction of Eldar was part of that plan, dummy. Like, the Nomad girl and everyone is dead because of the Grigori. Tamio was a Grigori. He killed the Nomad girl you were in love with. It's all the Grigori and the missing procedure. They caused your suffering.
ああ、大気圏外で
Why join up with them?
俺だ。
You idiot. You moron.
わかった。なるべく早く戻ると伝えろ。それと全速で逃げろと。いいな。
Dolahim was 28 in Tales of Arise.
何かあったのか？
アキラからの通信だ。移民艦隊ともどもファントム艦に襲われている。
なんですって？
俺は上に戻って指揮を取る。グリゴリよりも今は彼らの安全が優先。
Yeah, the missing procedure is literally just like a nod that if you know about 3, you're like, oh, the missing procedure. Ah, I see, because this world is the MMO world. If you don't, it doesn't mean anything. And it's just a nod. It's just a nod and a wink. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just an existential threat. It could be swapped out with literally anything else. It doesn't have to be called the missing procedure. It could still just be called the Grigori. Functionally, that name means nothing.
わかった。お前たちに任せる。エッジについていってくれ。
And again, I think if they didn't, the thing is they had to put a face to it. They had to make it human at the end, which is why they take Denny and put him in it, despite the fact that like that's stupid and doesn't make any sense, right? Because they didn't have, they didn't want the ending to be you fighting an unknowable broken code that isn't destroying out of any motivation, like. You know, Denny's like, I'm destroying because the world is full of suffering, and if everybody's dead, there's no suffering, which is very much a common thing. That's a fairly common motivation. I mean, that's in Tales of Berseria. I'm gonna make it so that no one can feel anything, therefore there's no happiness, but there's also no pain. Like, you know, you're not suffering when you're dead. It's fairly common. It's just not interesting when you it doesn't jive with it being called the missing procedure. Right? It's like the missing procedure, if this was like basically an eldritch unknown being whose motivation you don't understand because it fundamentally doesn't have one. It's computer code. It's an AI. It can't think or feel. It's just doing this because that's what it does. That's what its code tells it to do, even though it's broken and stupid and it's not working right. It's a bug. It doesn't want to destroy the universe because it doesn't want anything. And you could build on that. You could really work around that. And that's an existential horror, right? That this thing that is going to destroy the universe, it's not doing it out of malice or anything because it doesn't think like a human. And yeah, it doesn't depend on Denny. Denny just teamed up with it, yet somehow beating up Denny destroys all the Grigori and sends it back to its cage. Unbugs, what's it called? Debugs the code, I guess. Maybe Luther's doing it in the background and it just happens to be a coincidence that Denny does it. Like when you kill Denny, it just fixes it at the same time. But like, he is not the one in control, it's the missing procedure. But by making it like the missing procedure's in control, you ascribe human motivation to a thing that you are saying is a bit of code that's gone wrong in your simulation. They try to have it both ways, and in doing so, they ruin anything that could be interesting in the fact that this is an MMO world and the thing that is trying to kill them. It's not even in 3, you know, like. In 3, you do have these angels, which are unfathomable beings that are destroying everything, and they don't have any emotions or anything. They are just golems. They are just destroying because they've been told to. And that brings them a sort of horror to them, because, like, you can't reason with that. You can only fight, and they're incredibly strong, and they're destroying everything. But, like, then the addition of Luther, because he's the one controlling them all, he's very human, you know? So you have a person at the top of it. And so, like, here, here it's like there's a person and then there's the computer, but they don't play with that. They don't, they try to hear these, like, oh, they look human, but they're not human, oh, we're in trouble, oh, the horror. But then they give the ultimate horror a human avatar, a baby tantrum having avatar, who wants to kill everything because he's so sad. I'm so sad. I'm a sad boy. I don't want there to be any more suffering, so I'm gonna kill everyone. It's like, that is a toddler's motivation. It's a pretty common villain motivation, but it's a fucking toddler's motivation, right? So, like, it doesn't work. But they were too cowardly to have, and then they much like, you know, a Tales game. So Tales games have this really weird thing that you have to have a final boss. So they nearly always have to conjure one up out of the ether when you've done. Like, Vesperia, I love that game. Why the fuck are you fighting Duke at the end of it? It doesn't make any sense. Symphonia has to literally bring its villain back to life for you to beat him up at the end. Like, Tales games have this problem where their whole thing is, like, the problem is the environmental damage that's being done, right? A systemic problem. But JRPGs ultimately end with you punching someone. And they never figure out a way to get around the fact that JRPGs have to end with you punching someone. And this is the same. It couldn't get around the fact that, like, there has to be a final boss. And it can't be esoteric. You know, can you fight the concept of computer code that's gone wrong? I don't know if you can. I very much enjoy punching gods in JRPGs, but, like, yeah, like, in order to finish your game, you need a big climactic. Yeah, clear data. Yeah, there we go. Clear data detected. You now keep Denny in your party in place of Arma if you prefer. Does not affect the story at all. Correct. Keep Denny. Arma is still going to chime in, but we have, in fact, kept Denny. The one optional character you can keep. It does not affect anything other than you keep him in your party and you don't get Aromat. Which means you don't get Aromat's, like, private actions. You don't get Aromat's item synthesis. You do get item duplication. Thankfully, they gave item... Basically, Denny and Aromat share skills. So when you get Aromat, he basically takes all of, like, the battle skills that you've learned that Aromat can have, and gives them to Aromat. And so, like, anything Aromat can learn, Denny can basically learn, like entomology and item duplication, so all that's fine. But it is just, like, it just doesn't... It doesn't do anything, which is so, disappointing. It's true, Symphonia should have been one of the secrets of the big Watermelon boss, correct. But yeah, it really is this thing that JRPGs are so stuck in that they have to have a final boss. They have to have a climactic fight when you fight a big bad. And when they don't, when you're fighting pollution, when you're fighting a missing procedure, you don't inherently have that. You don't have a Neo X death. You don't have a Kafka. You don't have a villain that you have, like, looked at the entire game and are now gonna beat up. You have concepts. You cannot, for the most part, at least they've not really figured out how to allow you to punch concepts other than religion, because you can punch gods. So it really comes down to that. They have this interesting idea in the missing procedure, but then they still need you to fight a final boss and to have villain talk with the final boss, because it's a JRPG. You have to spill your themes and your motivations out in your final fight. So it just leads to this, and it's the same bugbear that a lot of Tales games end up with. Oops, we're about the environment, but you can't punch the environment, can you? So, here's a character you can punch. And then, hooray, we fixed the environment! Woo! Anyway, that'll do for today, because wow, that cutscene was so long, I went way longer than I intended. But that's that cutscene. It's like 5 cutscenes in one, long as shit. But now we have Denny, for real. He's staying in our party now forever. He will be on our... I'll show off next stream that he is on our ship.
Fake.
Fake forever. But I just say it'll be Dark Souls on Friday. I'm switching Dark Souls to Friday. I'm just too tired on Wednesdays. So Dark Souls Friday. Tomorrow we'll be doing something in the evening. Maybe Elden Ring?
We shall see.
We'll see. I make no promises, but it might be. It might be more Elden Ring. So, join us tomorrow evening. And more of this next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.